Hannah Arendt'S On Violence, an exploration. Hannah Arendt'S On Violence, 1970, originally published as an essay titled Reflections on Violence in the New York Review of Books, 1969, is a concise yet profound analysis of the nature of violence, its relationship to power, and its role in modern politics. Written amid the social upheavals of the late 1960s, including student protests, the Vietnam War, and debates over revolutionary violence, the book critiques prevailing intellectual trends that glorified or equated violence with political power. Central thesis: power and violence as opposites. Arendt's most famous and influential argument is that power and violence are not the same, but opposites. Where one rules absolutely, the other is absent. Power is defined as the human ability to act in concert. It arises from collective agreement, plurality, and the capacity of people to deliberate and pursue common purposes in the public realm. Power is the essence of legitimate government and politics. It is relational, consensual, and generative. Violence, by contrast, is instrumental. It is a tool or means to an end, relying on implements, from fists to weapons, that multiply natural strength. It is coercive and destructive, capable of commanding obedience, but incapable of creating legitimacy or genuine authority. Arendt famously states, "Violence can always destroy power. It is utterly incapable of creating it. Out of the barrel of a gun grows the most effective command and instant obedience, but never power." This distinction directly challenges thinkers who conflate the two, e.g., certain Marxist or revolutionary traditions, and counters biological or naturalistic justifications for violence as an inevitable human drive. Key concepts and distinctions. Arendt carefully differentiates related terms to clarify political phenomena. Strength, an individual's inherent property or capacity. Force, often used for natural or physical energies, e.g., the force of nature. Authority, derives from recognition and legitimacy, not coercion. Terror, not identical to violence. It emerges when violence destroys all power, the space of human interaction and plurality, and rules unchecked. Violence appears where power is in jeopardy, but its unchecked pursuit leads to the erosion of power. Arendt rejects the idea that nonviolence is the direct opposite of violence. Rather, nonviolent power is redundant, as true power does not require violence. She also addresses justifications for violence. While violence may be justifiable in limited cases, e.g., self-defense, it can never be fully legitimate in the political sphere. It remains a means that requires justification by an end, whereas power is an end in itself, the condition for political freedom and action. Context and critique of contemporary thought. Arendt critiques both ends of the political spectrum in her time. She addresses the New Left's romanticization of violence as a creative or purifying force, as well as bureaucratic and state tendencies to rely on administrative coercion. She warns against the banalization of violence in theory and practice, arguing that such glorification misunderstands both politics and human plurality. Her analysis draws on historical examples, including revolutions and totalitarian regimes, while engaging with thinkers like Marx, Sartre, Fanon, and Hobbes. She rejects deterministic views of history that see violence as inevitable or progressive. Strengths and influence. Clarity in conceptual analysis. Arendt's distinctions provide enduring tools for analyzing political legitimacy, revolutions, and state power. Defense of the political. The work reaffirms the value of participatory politics grounded in speech, action, and consent over coercion. Relevance. It continues to inform debates on civil resistance, nonviolent movements, terrorism, and the limits of military or state force. Criticisms and limitations. Critics argue that Arendt's framework may underplay the role of violence in foundational political moments, e.g., revolutions or decolonization. Some contend she privileges certain forms of power while implicitly overlooking structural or state violence. Others note her analysis can appear idealistic, given the realities of power asymmetries. Nevertheless, On Violence remains a seminal text that challenges readers to separate genuine political power from mere domination or force. In summary, Arendt's essay offers a powerful reminder that sustainable politics rests on collective power rather than instrumental violence. Her insights underscore that while violence may achieve short-term compliance, it ultimately undermines the very conditions for a free and legitimate public realm. This work complements her broader corpus, including The Human Condition and On Revolution, in emphasizing human plurality and the fragility of political freedom.